About 4 months ago, Bethesda announced that Fallout 4 will be going next gen at some point during 2023, receiving many improvements such as bug fixes, new creation mods from the Creation Club, console updates, other improvements, and a lot more. This was all announced at the end of the very painful Fallout 25th anniversary celebration, and it might actually be the only decent thing to come out of that celebration, besides a couple of quick 2-minute videos. Here's exactly what they had to say, and I know that most of you will already know this, but allow me to run over it quickly for those who don't. Fallout 4 is going next gen, prepare for the future. A next gen update is coming to Fallout 4 coming in 2023. This update will be available for the Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5 and Windows PC systems, including performance mode features for higher frame rates, quality features for 4K resolution gameplay, bug fixes and even bonus Creation Club content." End quote. This was obviously very exciting for the vast majority of players. While in my opinion anyway, Fallout 4 still very much holds up to this day, it still does also have a lot of problems. Many consoles and even high-end PCs experience a ton of crashes throughout the game, especially in the downtown Boston area of the map, and actually it's pretty much unplayable on the Xbox Series S because of the sheer amount of crashes that come with the game. So a lot of people are hoping this update will fix those issues, but it's also exciting for folks who don't even experience many crashes. Finally getting higher frame rates, 4K support and fixing the countless bugs in the game and adding new Creation Club content is all very exciting, and even though this is somewhat small, it does feel great to see Bethesda actually do something with the Fallout franchise besides just pushing out mediocre content for Fallout 76. And yes, of course, most of us still want remasters and remakes and Fallout New Vegas 2, but this update is still very exciting to me, and at least it's something. After almost a year of waiting, we finally have Starfield's release date announced, so there's just one more big thing that we're all waiting for from Bethesda: the Fallout Next Gen update release date. So when is it coming? Well, the unfortunate reality is that we won't know until Bethesda are ready to tell us. However, we do have some evidence to suggest a window, kind of. Now I know that you're all going to wonder what the hell this has to do with Fallout, but just hear me out while I explain, and I promise it will make sense at the end. When the Witcher series first released, we saw Witcher 3 get a massive spike in players, which encouraged CD Projekt Red to give Witcher 3 a next-gen update just a few years later. When the Netflix animated show Cyberpunk Edgerunners, which is amazing by the way, first aired, we saw that Cyberpunk 2077 got a huge spike in players across all platforms. So much so that the only other time Cyberpunk's daily player count was that high was the day that the game launched, so you can imagine how massive these spikes were. Well, we know that Amazon is creating a Fallout TV series, which, judging from the set pictures, looks absolutely fantastic so far. We still don't know the release date, but we can get somewhat of an idea. The Fallout series officially wrapped filming not too long ago, and TV shows often take around 7 to 9 months, give or take, to air after wrapping filming. Especially really short shows that are only, let's say, 6 to 8 episodes long, which I have a feeling the Fallout show will be. So there is an extremely good chance that the Fallout series could premiere at the end of this year. Now why is that important, and how does it relate to this Fallout Next Gen update? Because Bethesda are fully aware of the spikes in Witcher 3 and Cyberpunk 2077 that occurred only because the two games had TV shows with the same IP releasing. So what I'm saying is Bethesda is very likely to put out this next gen update for Fallout 4 around the same time that the Fallout series premieres. I would even bet money that if this Fallout show does come out at the end of this year, we can see the Fallout 4 update coming out in the exact same week, or at the very least, the exact same month as the Fallout series. Because again, Bethesda knows full well that releasing this update just a few days before, or maybe even a couple of weeks before the show, will get people more hyped for the show, since this update will bring in returning and even new players to the game. And of course, if people enjoy Fallout 4, they'll be more interested in watching the series, and if people watch the series, they'll be more interested in replaying Fallout 4, knowing it just recently had a massive update. Hell, I would even bet that some of the new Creation Club content might be stuff to do with the series. Like it might be somewhat connected, like a main character's jacket or something silly like that. Cyberpunk 2077 released Edgerunners content after Edgerunners premiered and people loved it, so why wouldn't Bethesda? This kind of marketing benefits both Bethesda and Amazon also, both the game and series. They can quite literally market off each other, and if they release at the same time, Fallout 4 gets more players and the Fallout series gets more viewers every week. It's a win-win situation for both companies, and I wouldn't be surprised if actually the only reason Bethesda are even updating Fallout 4 is because the show is being made and coming out probably within the next year or so, because they know that people who have never played a Fallout game will watch the show, find out it's based on a game, and then buy the most recent Fallout game, which is Fallout 4, when you ignore Fallout 76, like, let's be honest, most people do. No offense to Fallout 76, I actually think it's a decent little game now. But anyway, hopefully now you can see the point that I'm trying to make here. Now there is a solid chance that the Fallout series doesn't actually premiere until next year, which obviously just sort of throws this entire theory out of the window, but even if that is the case, I still think that we won't see this Fallout 4 next gen update until late 2023, just so Bethesda can put it out relatively closer to the Fallout Amazon series. But of course all of this is just my own speculation and should be taken as so. Nobody has told me anything, nor do I have any insider knowledge whatsoever. I'm just a fan like you speculating based on the evidence that we have. And as I'm sure you can all tell, I'm just extremely excited to finally get this update. I've actually been holding off replaying Fallout 4 until it comes, so I do hope that it comes as soon as possible just so I can replay the game for the millionth time in hopefully a relatively less buggy state. If this is successful, it might even push Microsoft and Bethesda into remastering Fallout 3 or New Vegas, which, let's be honest, that's what we all want, right? And I know that Todd has said stuff like, you know, we don't like remasters because we like people to play our games the way they were originally created and all of that nonsense, but I just don't believe that for a second, otherwise they wouldn't have re-released Skyrim 3 billion times in the last like 10 months. Honestly, if you ask me, I think that the only reason that they won't remaster and haven't already remastered the older Fallout games is just because they either think that it won't sell as well as they'd hoped, or that they just simply don't have time to do it with everything else on their plate, such as Starfield, but again, I really don't know. As I said, I'm just extremely happy to finally be getting a Fallout 4 Next Gen update, bug fixes, and I'll even check out the new Creation Club content. I most likely won't buy any of it because it's Creation Club, and Creation Club is part of the reason why Fallout 4 has so many problems in the first place, but I'll at least look at what they update and add in and change and such. But anyway, that will do it for me today. If you enjoyed the video, please do drop it a like, it really does help me out more than you can imagine. If you are new around here and you're looking for a place to stay up to date on Fallout news, leaks, discussions, breakdowns, speculation, information, and all of that normal good stuff, along with plenty of other Bethesda focused videos, such as Elder Scrolls, Starfield, you get the idea, this is the place for you. So please do consider subscribing, I cover absolutely all of it over here. We're also really hoping to hit 5,000 subscribers sometime soon, so if you do subscribe, thank you so much for helping us get further to that goal. But with all of that out of the way, said and done, I thank you all so much for watching, and as always, I really hope to see you in the next one.